Hello, welcome to this introductory segment of Project Me, a concept that I've come up with recently to talk about mentorship and the importance of mentorship in one's life. I am Kathy Kate Short from Lusaka, Zambia. I come from a place called Lilanda in Lusaka. That's where I grew up from and spent my younger days. Wow. So, from the time I was 10, I knew I wanted to be a journalist, but not just any journalist. I wanted to be a world class journalist. So I remember vividly a government official coming to our school and asking us what we wanted to become when we grew up. And I raised my hand and I was like, I want to be a journalist. And at that time, there was a lady called Maureen Nkando, and she's so beautiful, and she was on our screens for news, and that was my inspiration. And there began my mentorship journey with her. Unknowingly, she mentored me and just encouraged me to become a journalist because she was really, really excellent at what she did. She's still around and still doing so well. So yes, I became a journalist at the age of 16 rather. I joined my local radio station, Radio Phoenix, and I rose in the newsroom from just a mere reporter to actually helping the news editor with deputy news editor duties. And I grew in that role, and also helping the newsroom with reporters going out and assigning them, and then also editing. And by the time I was 20, I got a scholarship to go to Germany on a German Heinz Kuhn Stiftung scholarship. And I spent some time doing internship at Deutsche Welle in Cologne, Germany, at their studio. Deutsche Welle is the German international media funded by the German government. And there also I honed my skills and also met amazing people that helped me, mentors that, poured themselves into me, and I grew. And by the time I was leaving, I was offered a job as a correspondent for Deutsche Welle, a role that I've been carrying until recently, when I was promoted to now be part of the editorial team for DW Africa coverage, and also taking care of Zambia and Southern Africa. And then also I have worked for the Voice of America for about almost 4 or 5 years, and that also was a very, very wonderful experience for me as a girl child, and also to have been part of Voice of America's Central News network, and also meeting wonderful, amazing mentors that challenged me to be my best and also to grow. People like Daniel Schiff and others, I really, really appreciate and enjoyed the time at the Voice of America. I also was one of the main contributors to programs like Africa 54, Africa News Tonight, and other programs within the Voice of America, and also covering the Vice President of the US at the time, Kamala Harris, something that has left a mark on me as a journalist. That was such a beautiful, beautiful story to do, and especially that Miss Kamala Harris spent some time as a child in my home country, Zambia. All right, so I have done all that, and also I have been a volunteer at Radio Christian Voice for 12 years as a presenter, and also just giving back to my community. I'm also a development expert. I'm also in project management. I have managed projects for the Friedrich Ebert Stiftung Zambia office for more than 20 years, focusing on political participation, working closely with political parties to develop Zambia's democracy, working together with civil society and also faith-based organizations, as well as other groupings in our community to foster dialogue and promote a culture of dialogue. And I learned so much during these forums. And also I'm an international relations and diplomatic expert. So I read widely and also I try to grow in the different areas of my life. And I'm also an award-winning mentor with the Mandela Washington Fellowship, a U.S. Barack Obama presidency, presidential initiative. And I have mentored young people like Mwanja Mwale, who is now a Dr. Mwanja Mwale at University of Sheffield in the UK, and many others. I'm also in charge of the Friedrich Ebert Stiftung Youth Leadership Development Program as one of the main mentors. So I love mentoring because I'm here because of the many people that have invested in me. And recently I came up with a concept called Project Me mentorship session. And that's what we are going to be talking about, because each one of us needs a mentor to get to the next level, and also not to live like an island, because we all need somebody in order for us to grow and to become the best versions of ourselves. So today was merely for me to introduce myself to you, my friend, and also to share the nuggets and also to grow and help each other. So do share this session with your network. Let's grow together and also just ensure that we become the best versions of ourselves. And you know what? It's possible to become better. I shared my story with you to let you know that you can grow from nothing to greatness. And it's so possible. So every week on Thursdays, I'll be sharing nuggets on Project Me, Project Moi, Project You, because you and I are projects worth pursuing. Thank you so much for your time, and I'll see you next week on Project Me.